Fine. First, write down something about the blood, right? A small description about the blood.
Yes, sir.
Note down. Keep heading blood. Blood is a mobile connective tissue. Blood is a mobile connective tissue composed of a fluid plasma, composed of a fluid the plasma, and
Of a
composed of
fluid.
a fluid the plasma and
Yes, sir.
cells, comma the blood capsules, the blood capsules,
Carb
C O R,
cell.
yeah, carb cells, CORPUSCLES.
Could you repeat the spelling?
Yeah, sure. Let me write it down. That will be better. Blood capsules. We call them blood CORPUSCLES. Blood capsules, right? We do not use cell term for them, right? So, comma, blood capsules.
Yes, sir.
Full stop. Blood is basis of life and it is softest tissue and it is softest tissue of the body. Full stop. Blood forms about blood forms about 30 to 35%. Blood forms about 30 to 35% of ECF. Full stop. The
Of.
volume of ECF, extracellular fluid, this one, of ECF, 30 to 35% of ECF,
Okay, sir.
right? Full stop. The volume of blood, the volume of blood in an adult, the volume of blood in an adult person of 70 kg weight, adult person of 70 kg weight is about 5.5 liter, 5.5 liter. It is slightly alkaline fluid having, it is slightly alkaline fluid having 7.4 pH, of blood in arteries, of blood in arteries is more than veins, is more than. Next, subheading plasma.
Sir.
Yeah,
Sir. You
yeah,
actually keep glitching. So could you just repeat the line?
yeah,
Just
sure.
fully read it out.
It is slightly, this one, it is slightly alkaline, this line.
Yes, sir. That line.
It is slightly alkaline fluid having pH 7.4, full stop. pH of blood in arteries is more than, in arteries is more than in veins,
Okay,
right?
sir.
Now, next
Yes,
subheading
sir.
should be plasma. Plasma. It is slightly alkaline, non-living, intercellular substance constitute about 55% constitute about 55% of blood. Full stop. It is pale yellow but transparent and clear fluid. It is pale yellow but transparent clear fluid. Next point. Water alone forms 90 to 92% part. Water alone forms 90 to 92% part of plasma. Full stop. 6 to 8% of plasma constituted by 6 to 8% of plasma constituted by protein, which include albumin and albumin and globin protein. Full stop. It also contain sodium, calcium, magnesium, chloride, etc. etc. ions. Uh, One more line.
Etc.
These
Etc.
ions. What? Blood plasma contain blood plasma contain heparin. It is written over here. Heparin hormone, which work as anticoagulant and anti-clotting agent. Anticoagulant and anti-clotting agent. Right. So this was all about the plasma. You may get question. Write down the 2 marker question. Write down what is the blood plasma. Write down about the blood plasma. Right. So this is important question. Right. So remember it. Whatever we have written. Right. And now you have to put a heading. Component or elements of blood. Component or elements of blood. Now the first headings will be
Elements of
blood. Now the first subheading will be RBC. Here, out of all these, every RBC, WBC, platelet, all three are important for written examination. But WBC is more important, right? So
yes,
put the
sir.
heading, yeah, put the heading RBC, and the full form is red blood corpuscles. Put it like write it down in the form of point form, bullet format, right?
Yes, sir.
A normal adult man and woman, a normal adult man and woman have 5 to 4.5 million RBC per mm cubic. Full stop. Next point. An abnormal abnormal rise an abnormal rise in the RBC count, an abnormal rise in the RBC count is called polycythemia. Polycythemia.
What's the spelling of polycythemia?
It is written over here. POLYCYTHEMIA. Polycythemia.
Okay, sir.
Full stop. Decrease in the number of RBC. Decrease in the number of RBC is called erythrocytopenia. 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 Full stop. The size of RBC
Next line.
is, sorry, the
Is
size,
this the next line?
yeah, it's the next point. The size of RBC is 7 to 8 micrometer in diameter. 7 to 8 micrometer in diameter. Full stop. The RBC, next point, the RBC of adult mammal do not have nucleus. Do not have nucleus except camel and llama. Except camel and llama. Right. These are the two animals which have you seen the llama?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so camel and llama are the only mammals which have nucleus in their RBC. The rest of the mammal do not have. Right.
Okay, sir.
Fine. Next point. The 100 ml blood of 100 ml blood of a normal healthy individual contain about 12 to 16 gram hemoglobin. 12 to 16 gram hemoglobin. Full stop. The life span of RBC is 120 days. Life span of RBC is 120 days. Full stop. Spleen is known as spleen is known as graveyard of RBC. spleen is known as graveyard of RBC, as all RBC goes to spleen, all RBC goes to spleen after death, after death, right?
So where is the spleen located?
Uh, where spleen is located, let me show you. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First, spleen is located just above. Let me show you the. Is there in human physiology? It should be. I think it will be. Was it in digestion? Digestion. Just a minute. Just pancreas. It should be there. Not- That should be with the endocrine system. Yes, this is the location. By the way, I think
Oh, okay, sir.
I
So
haven't
it's
seen.
not.
It's not in any book. The spleen is
Yes,
not in
sir.
any book, and I'm not talking about the till 12th class. Spleen is not in any book till the graduation, at least graduation. I have seen in one book in when I was in MSc zoology. Then I seen this, so that's why I put this diagram, because
Okay, sir.
this is not mentioned in
So
any
it's
book.
part of the digestive system.
Yes, this is no. This diagram I have incorporated in chemical coordination, your last chapter of.
Oh, okay, sir.
So this is the spleen basically. It remains located on the. This is the pancreas, because the pancreas is holocrine gland. Sorry, heterocline gland, because it function as a digestive gland as well as hormonal gland, right? In digestion, it secrete the pancreatic juice. For the hormone, it secrete the glucagon, insulin, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
it perform both of the functions. We call it heterocline gland because it secrete hormone as well as enzymes. So above the this pancreas, there is a this pipeline. So this is spleen artery. Blood come from here, right? When it goes over here, then spleen capture the dead RBC and break down it. And uh, why the what I was saying? Yes, what I was saying. Just a minute. I just made a mistake. It break down the your it break down your RBC, and here it break down the RBC, and after breaking down the RBC goes right, they become dead over here, right? And their dead RBC are captured over
Yes,
here.
sir.
From here they are transported to the liver, right? And RBC breakdown over here. One concept which I want to make clear, very clear. Even this concept is not in any book. I have inferred this concept. So when RBC goes for the after death, it goes to the spleen. Spleen capture it, break down RBC, not hemoglobin. Spleen capture the RBC, break down this RBC here. After that, hemoglobin transported from this spleen to the liver. Then what liver do? Liver break down the hemoglobin. After breakdown of the hemoglobin, liver remove that heme part, means iron part from that. It recycle that iron part, and rest of the component they are converted into bilirubin and biliverdin, right? Bilirubin and
Yes, sir.
that bilirubin and biliverdin is secreted along with the bile juice. That's why the color of bile
Yes,
is.
sir.
That's why the color of bile is yellow and green.
Okay, sir. Got
That
it.
bilirubin
Thank you.
and biliverdin that bilirubin and biliverdin is excretory material.
Okay, sir.
When a person got jaundice, you must have seen this white color eye part become yellow. The nails start becoming yellow because of the collection of bilirubin and biliverdin in the blood. Got the whole concept?
Yes, sir, got it.
So again, come to the circulation part. So we were this plane is called graveyard of RBC. One more point in the same point, add on one more line. Spleen is also known as blood bank. The spleen is also known as blood bank, as the spleen is also known as blood bank, as the RBC, extra RBC are reserved in the spleen, right?
Reserved in?
Spleen.
Okay, sir.
So that's it for the, that is more than sufficient. That's it for the RBC, right? Now put the next heading WBC. So WBC, I have told this chart because this is important for your NEET exam as well, right? When I say that WBC, you have to mention the WBC. You have to write down the WBC. Then you need not to mention all this classification which we discussed in last class. This was as a whole, right? So write it down. What you have to write down in your school examination. If they ask you about it, write down about the WBC. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So put the heading leukocyte or white blood cells, WBC. The number of leukocyte varies from number of leukocyte varies from 6,000 to 8,000, 6,000 to 8,000 per cubic of blood. Full stop. The ratio of WBC and RBC, the ratio of WBC and RBC is 1 is to 600. 1 is to 600. Abnormal increase of WBC is called leukemia. Abnormal increase of WBC is called leukemia or blood cancer. Next point. The WBC are generally irregular in shape. Full stop. They change their shape like amoeba. Full stop. This enables them in the same point, right? This enables them to squeeze out this. You have to make this diagram after this line. This enable them to from squeeze out from blood capillaries into tissues, and the process is called and The process is called diapedesis.
It's called?
Diapedesis.
Could you say the spelling?
This is written over here. Diapedesis. The
Where is
process
it?
is called.
Sorry, I
Here,
can't.
I'm writing this one. Diapedesis. This one.
Okay, sir.
Diapedesis. Diapedesis. And make this diagram.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
Uh, Next point. The size of WBC is from 12 to 20 micrometer in diameter.
The size of WPC?
Is 12 to 20 micrometer in diameter. Let's stop. They contain nucleus, cytoplasm, mitochondria, Golgi, and other cell organelle. And other
Golgi and?
Golgi and other cell organelle. Other cell organelle. Full stop. The WBC may be divided.
Sir, could you repeat the line, the size of WBC, the entire
The
line?
size of WBC is from 10 to 20 micrometer in diameter. Right. Next point. The WBC are of two main type: a granulocyte, a granulocyte, a granulocyte, and granulocyte. Full stop. A granulocyte is further divided into lymphocyte and monocyte. Full stop. Next, granulocytes can be further categorized. Granulocytes can be further categorized into eosinophil, basophil, and neutrophil. Eosinophil, basophil, and neutrophil. Full stop. Next point. Neutrophil are most numerous of all WBC. Neutrophils are most numerous of all WBC. Constitute approximately 60 to 70%, 60 to 65%, constitute approximately 60 to 65% of WBC. Monocytes, next point, monocytes are largest of WBC and phagocytic
And
and phagocytic, this one, and phagocytic.
okay.
They kill the pathogen.
They kill the
Pathogen. Next point. Basophil, this one. Basophil secrete heparin, serotonin, and histamine. That's it.
okay, sir.
One more point add on. The average lifespan may be 4 to 5 days. The average lifespan may be 4 to 5 days. This was all about the WBC.
Okay, sir.
Now the third is blood platelet or thrombocytes. In mammals, thrombocytes are called blood platelet. In mammal, thrombocyte called blood platelet. Next one. The blood normally contain 1,50,000. Blood normally contain blood normally contain 1,50,000 to 3,50,000 platelets per mm cubic. Full stop. The increase in number of platelet increase in number of platelet is called thrombocytosis.
It's called thrombo.
Is called thrombocytosis. It is written over here. Thrombocytosis. Full stop. Decrease in platelet, decrease in platelet is called thrombocytopenia. Is called thrombocytopenia. They are, next point, they are rounded, oval, or disc in shape. They are rounded, oval, or disc in shape. Full stop. They are 2 to 3 micrometer in diameter and colorless.
They are
2 to they are 2 to 3 micrometer in diameter and colorless. Next point. They are flat. They are flat, non-nucleated fragment. They are flat and non-nucleated fragment of cell. Means they do not have nucleus.
non-nucleated and
Non-nucleated. That's it. Right. Uh, platelets are formed. Platelets are formed in megakaryocyte. It is written over here. In megakaryocyte cells of bone marrow. Platelets are formed in megakaryocyte cells of bone marrow. Uh, their lifespan, their lifespan is about a week. Next point, last point. When injury is caused, when injury is caused, when injury is caused, when injury is caused, the blood platelet release certain factor. When injury is caused, blood platelet release some factor called platelet factors, which help in clotting of blood. Right. So this was all about the WBC, RBC, and platelets, right? And what is it? Next is a blood group. Uh, blood group, you have to copy like this one, copy this one, right? This,
okay, sir.
as it is,
The blood group antigen and antibody.
right?
Okay, sir.
And write it down as it is, right? It is written everywhere.
Okay, sir.
ABO discovered by Ladistina. Write down because these are the one marker question, right? You will get question one
Yes,
marker
sir.
from here. Important.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. Now put the heading RH blood group, right? RH blood group or RH factor.
Is this still under the, is this a subcategory of blood and its elements?
I didn't got.
The,
Yes.
is this a subcategory of components or elements of
No,
blood?
no, 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 no. This is not the
This is a new
subcategory
one.
of ABO blood group. Basically, this is something else, right? What is RH
Yes,
factor?
sir.
It's a different heading, right? So there
Yes,
is
sir.
another different day. RH. RH means rhesus. You must have seen rhesus monkey. Have you seen that?
No, sir.
Uh, watch today in
Okay, sir.
internet, right?
Okay, sir.
Basically, the rhesus monkey are the monkey where we do the experiment of the vaccine. Still, we are doing the right, like we have before the COVID vaccine. So COVID vaccines, first it will be discussed. It will be applied on the rhesus monkey. So after application of the rhesus monkey in any penicillin, any new medicine, we apply and we see the side effect. Right? If, is there any side effect or not? You can, because human you cannot use directly in the human. Humans are not the experimental objects. You cannot do any
Yes,
experiment.
sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
when I was a child, uh, uh, I had some sense of the biology. Not some sense. I have the total sense of the biology. Right. I was at your age, so on that time,
Okay.
the cloning was going on. I have seen that thing. It was
Oh,
everywhere in the news. Everywhere in the news. I know that. I used to read the news every day. I used to go through, but the social media and all that was not at all present over there on that time. Even the
yes,
internet
sir.
was even the internet was a luxury in our country, and we used to get it in the good cafe, right? Internet cafes. It was
Yes, sir.
it was not present in the normal domestic houses, even in the affluent people's houses, right? And on that time, there was a news. It was every day. It comes in the newspaper that human cloning is going on, and on that time, Germany claimed, South Korea claimed, and USA claimed, and some other country they claimed that they have made the clone of human being, 1 month clone. Everywhere it
Oh,
was a very burning topic. It was a very hot topic.
which year is this, sir?
I think it's 99
Estimate.
or 2000. I did my 12th class.
Okay.
It was in uh, no 2000. It should be 2000 2001.
Okay,
Search it,
sir.
you'll get it. Human cloning. And when 1 month human clone was made by South Korea and Germany, they claimed it that they have made the successfully human clone. And on that time, this was the base that it was said to create a creature, means to create human being or to destroy human being is the sole authority of Almighty, right? So all the religious guru of the world they supported this concept, and they firmly supported this concept across the world. On that time, the Vatican City was ruled by the Pope Benedict XVI. So this he said that human cloning should be banned, and many Islamic religious groups they said, many Hindu religious gurus they said that it should be banned. Like those people who are in the top authority. So because of the religious uh, pressure, and because of the religious gurus, they started opposing this. The United Nations passed a bill, and human cloning was banned on the basis of that humans are not the experimental organism, and to create a human or to destroy the human is the authority of the God only, and they have banned it. Got it? So this was the whole concept. And when you get the time, go through with this, right? There are many interesting things in the biology which you need to study. When you will study, you will get more and more knowledge, and it will become interesting for you. Yes, Jadika,
Yes, sir.
go through with it. What is a human
Okay, sir.
cloning? Do you know designer baby? What are the designer babies?
Yes, sir.
Read about that designer baby concept nowadays.
Sir, I had watched a video on it. I had watched a
Oh,
brief video
that's
on
it.
it
That's it. That's it. So
a
keep
few
on.
years back.
Okay. Because we teach all these things in UPSC classes.
Hello?
Yeah. I'm audible. Actually, I teach all these things in UPSC classes, what are
Yes,
designer
sir.
baby and
Yes,
rest of
sir.
things. Nowadays, like we are,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think the screen is not visible to back view. Nowadays, I am also teaching what is the AI and how the AI is working on the biology, biotechnology, and all that. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So, rhesus monkey. So this rhesus monkey, it is an experimental organism for us. Uh, by the way, this is not good, but at least, but we have to, for
It's
sake of
the only option.
right, this is the option which is left with us. So we are compelled to do the experiment with these poor organisms. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So start writing down a rhesus monkey and rhesus blood group, RH blood group.
Okay, sir.
A protein named rhesus antigen. I didn't know a spelling of rhesus. A protein named rhesus antigen is present on the surface of is present on the surface of RBC in RBC in many person. Full stop. It was discovered in 1940. It was discovered in 1940 by Ladsteiner and Wenner. Ladsteiner and Wenner. Wiener. Right? Ladsteiner and Wenner. In the blood of
And?
and Wenner. It is written Wiener. Wiener. Two scientists.
Okay.
Ladsteiner and Wenner. In blood of rhesus monkey. Hence named. Approximately 85 to 99%, 85 to 99% people are RH positive, means having RH protein. Okay, rest are have negative blood group. Means the majority of people have positive blood group. Got it?
Yes, sir.
What is your blood group? Positive or negative? Positive. RS positive or RS negative? Ritika? Don't know.
Yes, sir.
So your blood group is RS positive or RS negative?
No, no, sir. Mine is positive B.
Okay. So you're also in majority, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
we are in majority. So like rare people are 5% to 15%, those which have the negative blood group.
Yes, sir.
Then you have to make this diagram. Make this diagram quickly. This one.
Which one?
This is small diagram. This one. RBC, RS
Okay,
positive,
sir.
RS
Okay,
positive.
sir. Done, sir.
Okay. Now put the heading, a small heading under this RH blood group, right? This is subheading. HDN, hemolytic disease of newborn baby.
It's a subgroup?
Yeah, this is the subheading, right?
Okay, sir.
And HDN is also known as the erythroblastis fetolosis. Erythroblastosis. Blastosis fetolosis. blastulus lutealis. Right.
Yes, sir.
Now, I think I have explained it fairly in the last class. Remember? And it's clear to you.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
So make first this diagram, this flow chart, this flow chart. In case if you can
Okay,
get the
sir.
question from here, right? You can get the question from here, 2 marker or 3 marker question. Then while writing,
Okay,
make
sir.
this kind of the flow chart. You will get very good marks.
Okay,
Mother
sir.
is positive and write it down on that father is mother is negative and father is positive blood.
Done, sir.
Start writing down. If father's blood is Rh positive and mother's blood is Rh negative and mother's blood is Rh negative, comma, the fetus in uterus, the fetus in uterus having Rh positive blood group. Full stop. This is a serious problem. If transfusion of blood takes place between mother and baby, comma, her first child does not suffer, although her first child does not suffer, although Rh positive fetus stimulate, although Rh positive fetus stimulate formation of anti-Rh factor or antibodies in mother's blood. Full stop. But in subsequent Rh positive fetus Rh positive fetus will be destroyed by mother's blood. Full stop. This result HDN disease.
This result?
HDN disease. Right? Got it?
Yes, sir.
So this will be 3 marker question if you will get the question, and it is very important. Now lymph is also important. So what is important? You may get question from the RBC or WBC, most probably from WBC. Then you may get question from the RH factor. Then you may get question from the lymph, right? It is also important. This is also 3 marker question, right? So put the heading lymph. Lymph is a mobile connective tissue comprising of lymph plasma, comprising of lymph plasma and lymph capsules. Full stop. Lymph plasma is similar to blood plasma but have fewer but have fewer blood protein, comma, less calcium and phosphorus and high glucose concentration. Next point. Mainly globulin protein, mainly globulin protein, mainly globulin protein is present, which actually which actually are which actually are antibodies.
Are
Are antibodies.
okay.
Next point. Lymph is made up of lymph or sorry, not made up of. Lymph have lymph capsules. Lymph have lymph capsules. They are basically lymphocyte. They are basically lymphocyte cells. Full stop. The organ, next point. The organ which secrete lymph, the organ which secrete lymph are called lymphoid organ.
The
The organ
organ which
secrete lymph are called lymphoid organ. Lymphoid organ. Let's stop. Beside lymph node, it is written. Lymphoid organs are written. Beside lymph node, tonsils, thymus, tonsils, thymus gland, spleen, tonsil, thymus gland, spleen, and Pairs patches. Remember Pairs patches? Pairs patches we have discussed. Pairs patches. And in digestive system I have discussed. Already I had discussed. Uh, Spleen and Pairs patches are other lymphoid organ.
Are other?
Lymphoid organ. Next point. Lymph function as middleman. Lymph function as middleman, which transport oxygen, food material, uh,
Sorry, sir. Connected.
no issue. A lymph act as middleman, which transport oxygen, comma, food materials, hormone,
Lymph? Lymph?
uh, lymph act as middleman, act uh,
Connecting. The Wi-Fi is weak.
okay, no issue. It happens sometime.
Yes, sir. Lymph act as middleman.
Middleman, lymph act as middleman, which transport oxygen, food material, hormones, etc.
Food material.
Hormones, etc.
Okay, sir.
To body cells and bring CO2 and other metabolic waste from body cells to blood. Full stop. One more point. It also destroy invading microorganism and maintain volume of blood. That's it for the link, right? So, Shidika, make this diagram. The last, make this diagram. And in next class, we'll
Okay, sir.
start from the lymph, this lymph onward, right?
Okay, sir.
Because now, after that, we have to start with the circulatory system. Fine. So we have now the system we have understood. Now, the next class, circulatory system, how the circulation takes place, that we will study, and we'll most probably will finish the chapter in next class.
Yes, sir.
Done, Shirika?
No, sir. 1 second.
Yeah, take your time. No issue.
Done, sir.
Okay. So